Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast. And today's podcast is entitled Gentiles Were Israelite Strangers and Foreigners. The Bible truth they can't ignore. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about Hebrew Israelites because these are statements that they make. They say that the Israelites that was Hellenized and thought like today they say, well, you think like the white man, you do this and you keep the white man this and the white man that because of racial stuff. I've never been a racial person, so they could never sell me on Hebrew Israelitisms through the racial perspective they come in. So we're going to deal with this topic today. I'm going to introduce it and deal with it because I wanted to talk to Jeff Raymond, or however you say that, Ramsey. I wanted to talk to Jeff, but Jeff is a cowardly Hebrew Israelite that's afraid to talk to an Israelite Christian. So he ain't coming to the show. Another gentleman said he might come over and ask a couple questions because I ain't into typing and stuff. That's a waste of my time. But I'm going to take my time and deal with this subject. Like I said, I'm just introducing it today. All right. So let's get into the introduction. There's two mindsets here, people. There's the Christian, for us, the Greco-Roman usurpers of the way mindset. Then there's people from the way mindset, and their way is the Hebrew Israelite way. Now, these two mindsets must be dealt with. They must be dealt with to understand what's going on. So let's deal with the mindset. Let's deal with the Hebrew Israelite mindset. Just because you think you're a white man, don't make you a white man. Don't make your pigmentation change. If you want to speak Japanese or whatever, it don't make your pigmentation, your nationality, or none of that change. In layman terms, you're just a black person that thinks he's a Japanese. You're just a black person that thinks he's a Mexican or whatever you think you are. Your mindset and your physical attributes are two different things. So this is the problem with the Hebrew Israelite mindset. They think because you think like a white man or you Hellenized that you're no longer an Israelite. Your nationality didn't change because your mindset changed. Such an ignorant people as they are. I've never been that ignorant. Never will be that ignorant. I don't know how God has such an ignorant nation. But that's why God said he need to save them and forgive them of their sins. Because truly, the nation of Israel is the only nation that's God saving. You either sojourn with them or you are them. If you sojourn with them, you do as they do. Then you're a European or an Edomite or whatever with an Israelite mindset. Don't change your nationality, but you're in Christ now. You're no longer alienated from the commonwealth of Israel, which give you what you need to be in the kingdom of Israel. So when the Lord comes set up the kingdom of Israel on earth with the 12 gates and the 12 tribes, names on the gate, whichever tribe you're sojourning with and doing what they do, you can enter in through those gates. No one knows this. The Hebrew Israelite, because they so ignorant, they don't know it, they can't teach it. The Gentile, because they haven't been taught it, don't know it, and they can't teach it. But an Israelite Christian like myself understands it. So let's keep dealing with the mindset, though. So, non-Israelite nations traditionally understand are Gentiles. Israelites living as foreigners amongst other nations. The speaker of the video that he put up argues that they're Gentiles now. So notice, Israelites that live as foreigners amongst other nations, they stop being Israelites all of a sudden. How you stop being an Israelite? You can stop being a Hebrew Israelite. I've seen plenty of Hebrew Israelites say, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite no more. You know why? It's a Hebrew Israelite denomination from the Hebrew Israelite harlot church, mother church, whichever Hebrew Israelite harlot or mother church they come from. So you can stop being a Hebrew Israelite. You can never stop being an Israelite. And no one can be a Hebrew Israelite, but everyone can be an Israelite. That's how the Lord God of Israel made it. So you see the mindset, two different mindsets. Non-Israelite nations traditionally are known as Gentiles. Israelites living as foreigners amongst other nations. The speaker in the video arguing that they Gentiles. Now, we got to ask, when Paul and Peter was teaching, who were they teaching to? The Gentiles, the non-Israelite nations, or to the Israelites living amongst the foreign nations? Both of them took place in the book, because they was mainly speaking to the scattered of Israel that was foreigners amongst other nations, and they was teaching the other nations. Am I lying? I wish the brother was here so we can argue about it or talk about it. Jeff was scared though. So maybe he'll show up tomorrow. I'll be doing it tomorrow afternoon, the next 3 or 4 days, because this is something that truly needs to be talked about amongst Israel. Because intelligent people have went and learned it to manipulate those that aren't intelligent. And I'm an intelligent brother. I ain't learned it to manipulate. I learned it to correct the misinformation people or spreaders of whispers, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to do a very simple thing. We want to go where Peter went to the first Gentile and brought him into the church, Cornelius. Who know about Cornelius? Cornelius. Who know about him? Who know about Cornelius in Acts? Let me flip that right quick. We're going to go to Acts. In the New Testament now. Now I think that's chapter 10. Acts chapter 10. Let me get there, people. Acts chapter 10, we're going to start at 1. And there was a certain man in Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion of the band called the Italian band. Now, it's giving us enough information that we know this is Italian, this is a Gentile nation typography of this dude and everything. But let's keep reading some more. A devoted man and one that feared God with all his house, which gave much alms to the people and prayed to God always. So, it was seen this Cornelius is a faithful guy. We don't know if he Jew or Gentile yet. We don't know none of that. We just reading, right? He saw in a vision, evidently about the ninth hour of the day, and the angel of God came in to him and said unto him, Cornelius. So now an angel then came to him. An angel can go to anybody in the world, but it specifically goes to the children of Israel because angels go to servants of God and speak to them as if they was God. Many people in the Bible have came in contact with angels and thought they came in contact with God. But let's keep reading. 4. And when he looked up on him, he was afraid and said, What is this, Lord? And he said unto him, Thy prayers and thy alms have come up for a memorial before God. And now send men to Joppa and call for one Simon, whose surname is Peter. So the angel tell him, he don't preach to him, he tell him, go send for an Israelite, Cornelius. Why? Because God have a protocol. Israel's job is to teach the stranger. Now, when I say that, since Hebrew Israelites are ignorant, I must define the stranger. One that's not a child of Jacob after the flesh. People will say ethnic Israel, or ignorant people today call themselves Hebrew Israelites because they're black and they're Hebrew Israelites, trying to let you know that they come from the black Hebrew Israelite known as Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But anybody that knows genealogy, biblical genealogy, should know that Jacob came from Isaac, which came from Abraham. So why do you got to say you're a Hebrew Israelite? Just say you're an Israelite. Israelites come from Hebrews. Not all Hebrews. Not all Hebrews are Israelites. But let's keep going. 6. Well, 5. No, 6. He lodged with one Simon Tanner, whose house is by the seaside. He shall tell you what thou art to do. And when the angel which spake to Cornelius was departed, he called 2 of his household servants and a devout soldier of them that waited on him continuously. When he had declared all the things unto them he had seen, he had sent them to Joppa on the morrow, and they went on their journey and drew nigh unto the city. Peter went up on the housetop to pray about the 6th hour. And he became very hungry. And when he had and would have eat, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance. So now Peter fell into a trance and saw the heaven open and a certain vessel descend upon him as it had been a great sheet knitted at the four corners and let down to the earth, wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, wild beasts and creeping things and fowls of the air. And there came a voice to him, Rise, Peter, kill and eat. So now Peter, who have never ate anything common or unclean or nothing, got this sheet before him with some common and unclean stuff. Remember, Israel is a kosher people. But we're going to keep reading. 14 now. But Peter said, Not so, Lord. I have never eaten anything common or unclean. And the voice spake unto him again the second time, Which God has cleaned, that call not thou common. What God has clean, call it not common. Is he talking about the animals? Or is he talking about something else? Now, we know Israel, he has cleansed. All of Israel has been sanctified, set apart to be his people. So now 16. This was done thrice, and the vessel was received up again into heaven. Now, while Peter doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should have meant, behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius had made inquiry for Simon's house and stood before the gate. Now the men that Cornelius had sent is before the gate. Peter just received a vision. So, 19. While Peter thought on a vision, the Spirit said unto him, Behold, 3 men seek thee. Arise, therefore, get thee now and go with them, doubting nothing, for I have sent them. Remember, the angel went to Cornelius and told Cornelius, Go get Peter. He gonna teach you what to do. Cornelius went and got his servants and the soldier and summoned 3 men. They done made it to the house. Peter was in prayer in a trance. He received a vision. Now these men is at this door. And the angel say, Hey, now go with them. Doubt nothing. Let's see what this is leading to. 21 now. Then Peter went down to the men which were sent unto him from Cornelius and said, Behold, I am he whom ye seek. What is the cause wherefore you are come? And they said, Cornelius the centurion, a just man, and one that feared God, and of a good report amongst all the nation of Jews. Now, what if he be a Jew or a Gentile? We don't know yet, right? We still can't come to the conclusion. But amongst the Jews, he's well known. Maybe he is a Jew. Maybe he ain't a Jew. We got to consider the matter so far and come in. But I want to take a pause right here. So, this is why the link is in the side chat to try to conversate with people. Because I have no problem conversating with people about the matter. I want to conversate. So I'm hesitant right now to go further. You know why? Because I want to speak with other people who need speaking to or would like to be spoken to. Y'all feel where I'm coming from? I'm a conversationalist. I need conversation. Without conversation, don't do us no good because we're not talking. You feel where I'm coming from and what I'm saying? So, like I said, once again, I'm going to pause the conversation right here. I see I got somebody watching, but they won't hit the link. So, I'm going to call it a day, people. And we'll be here tomorrow looking for Jeff, however you say that last name. We'll be waiting for you, Jeff. Don't be a coward. Don't come in the group talking crazy to me. I get crazy too. Know that. So let me know in the group what time you would like to do the show. I will set the show up and we can do the show. And to then, peace to everybody that came and listened and was interested in the topic. And when you see me post the topic again tomorrow, you're welcome to come. You're welcome to come. You're welcome to ask questions. I'm not afraid to answer questions that I can answer. If I can't answer, I'm not afraid to tell you that I don't know. We have to get back in whatever time it take me to learn about the question. So with that said, hit the notification bell that you may be notified the next time I do a show. With that said, peace and love. I'm out.